What's up, guys? Good morning. Okay, so we've got a few decent movers. The first one on my watch list is WATT. It's gapping up a huge amount, all the way up from $8.63, or it closed at 8.84, and it's already up to 18.35. So it's up about 9.50 right now. So a big gain, huge gain for this stock. Gonna be watching it for sure. Also watching NVFY. It's currently gapping up about 50 cents, but it went as high as 3.39, and so gonna watch that one as well. HTGM sitting at 225 now, went as high as 264. TEUM was a big mover yesterday. This thing has been moving a lot in after hours and pre-market, so a lot of activity. It recently started to wash out some, so I'm looking for it to possibly pop up at the open. We'll see. NVFY is kind of making a pop here. Also watching DPW. It's making a small gap up. And let's see. IZEA is gapping up some as well, up about 15 cents. Gonna watch it to see if it can break that 450 level at the open. XNET has been moving some, gapping up as well. SSC gapping up from 592. It's at 610 now, so it's gapping up about 18 cents. SCON gapping up a small amount. We'll see if this one can run a little bit. And IDXG gapping up a small amount as well. So we'll see if those two can run as well. Good morning, Juan. Good morning, HS. Good morning, Cameron. Good morning, Abby. What's up, guys? OTIV. I mean, this one's not really doing that much out of the ordinary on OTIV. I mean, it broke over the last 3 days market highs, so, but it's currently under them now. And I mean, it has okay volume on this last little push. It's not too bad. I actually like this little push here. We'll see if it can run some. But yeah, I'll keep an eye on this one as well. But look at TEUM. It's right. It dropped all the way back down to where it opened at, or where it closed yesterday. It closed at 280, and so now after this huge push all the way up to 393, it's technically gapping down. Crazy move. And the nice thing about the market today is that I can trade most of these stocks. Like I can trade WATT, TEUM. I don't think I can trade OTIV, but I can trade HTGM, which was the one I had right here on TradeNet. I can trade DPW. I think I counted it. I can trade 5 out of 8 stocks on my watch list. DPW, IZEA is tradable on TradeNet, XNET, SSC. So I have a decent amount of stocks that I can actually trade, so that's always nice to see. Hopefully I can keep up my green streak on TradeNet. I've had 4 profitable days in a row on TradeNet. Haven't done as well on U-Stock, but hopefully I can bounce back. But I'm definitely liking shorting, getting used to it some. So yeah, watching NVFY as well. I can't trade this one on TradeNet, but I can trade it on U-Stock. Check out SFIX. This one looks interesting. Small gap. We'll see if it can push back up. It is gapping up about around $10 in the last 4 days, so we'll see what this one does as well. DFFN, small gap. FH, another small gap on FH. We'll see what this one does. I'm going to be watching FH as well. It looks interesting. Oh, Abby, to be completely honest, I didn't even see you say FH. I did. I just now looked at the screen. That's weird. But no, like I said, I like FH. FH looks decent. It's right under 150, a very small gap. What I do on my trade ideas scanner is that I set up an alert for very small gaps, because one thing I notice is that a lot of times the really small gappers will push up the most because they're the least extended. And so I set a scanner up for a very small gap on trade ideas, and FH is one of the ones that came up on my small gap scanner on trade ideas. And so it's interesting. I can't guarantee it's going to run. It looks interesting. If it breaks over 150 and then especially over 163, it looks really interesting, but I'm just going to watch it and react to what it does. FTFT. This one, I'll watch this one. It ran a lot yesterday, right at the open. I remember this one, and then it gave a lot of it back, and it's technically gapping down some in after hours. We'll see if it can rebound here, but I'm going to be very careful of it because this was acting, a lot like a pump, and so I don't want to get dumped on with this one. Look at WATT here coming down. Just dropped $2 and just dropped 280, man. Just dropped 250, 285 in about 10 seconds. Probably a little bit less than that on WATT. So scary drop. All right, some other ones on my small gap scanner are ENPH, very small gap, NHID, APPS. OTIV's on there. I didn't even see it. TENX, cheaper stock. DRYS. Yeah, this is a shipping stock, so if this one's moving, it's gapping up some. Let's look at the other shipping stocks, DCIX. And DCIX came all the way back down. This thing was up too. Look at the daily chart on DCIX. Look at this. Went up to 30 in November. Now it's down to 420. Went up to 35 months ago. So this one's a former runner, but I don't know if this gap is worth it. Let's look at SHIP, another shipping stock. Yeah, SHIP is not moving at all. TOPS, not really moving too much. Grow. Yeah, GROW is slightly gapping up. We'll see if it can hold over 150. AGRX. Yeah, I mean this one's just not moving that much in after hours and pre-market. We'll see though. I mean it could always run. I'm not saying it won't. It's just I want some volume. Let's see, IPWR. Yeah, this one's technically gapping up. Yeah, this one's interesting to see if it has like a second day push. You can see this is kind of exactly what I look for with my swing trades. IPWR is a good example. No volume, late day volume spike right before the close. Volume gets higher than it was before previously, and it gaps up. And I mean, it gapped up all the way up to like 80 cents over where it closed, but it opened up about, what, 20 cents over. I need a broker where I could sell it after hours in pre-market before I try to get really serious with swing trades. I don't trust the shippers. I mean, I made some money on DCIX a while back when it was running up crazy huge. I didn't make that much on it, but I definitely do not trust TOPS. TOPS can never get over, it never can hold over 50 cents in the last few months. You can see it every time it's tried, it just gets rejected hard, you know. Tried here, got rejected. ended up closing under it, so it hasn't been able to hold over 50 in the last few months, and it's just been on a slow decline after a crazy run here up to 350. So we'll see. I mean, they're definitely volatile, and that's ultimately what you look for swing trading, so, or day trading. So yeah, it depends on if it lets me short them. I think the only one I mean, it might have TOPS, but I doubt it. Yeah, DCIX I think I can short if I wanted it to. Yeah. Alright, so WATT is trying to bounce a little bit here. This one's just so extended right now. I mean, it went all the way up here, so crazy move. We'll see what it does, but crazy move nevertheless on WATT. HS, I mean, not really, man. Like, I've gotten, right, DCIX might be a good short. WATT might be a good short, too. But DCIX, I don't know if it's moving that much, enough to really worry about it. It just might not have the volume. DPW, or no, what was it? Tops, no. What is it? The shipping stock, somebody originally, DRYS. Maybe short DRYS. If it gets some more volume and it starts to head down under 350. That's what I'm thinking about doing. I'm not an investment professional. I'm not liable if you guys take any losses. This is just what I'm thinking about doing. And so I'm interested in WATT as well. But my main watches are HTGM. I'm just looking for some of these gaps to fill down. Specifically WATT, NVFY, and HTGM. But I can't short this one. So we'll see what TEUM does. It already filled the gap down, really. I mean, it's only about 9 cents over where it closed yesterday, so. Yeah, I can't trade OTC on any of my brokers. I have 3 different brokers that I use. I have TradeNet, Ustock, and Robinhood, and none of them allow me to trade OTC stocks. Appreciate it, though. Good morning, Marwan. What's up, man? Under $1? Let me look. Let me see. I'll look for you. Hold on. Not that I really see. There's a lot of them. There's a lot of them that are right over $1, like DMPI. But it's gapping down some. NXTD? No. Yeah, there's not that many under $1. There's NEOT. There's a few cheap ones. NEOT gapping up some. NEOT actually looks kind of decent, depending on how it. Yeah, NEOT looks nice because it hasn't gapped up. Definitely high relative volume in after hours and pre-market. So I'll probably watch NEOT. What's up, Brad? What's up, man? But yeah, like you said, PLX is the only one that I see coming up. And Look at that. This may be a buyout or a merger, even though it's only a small gap up, just because usually, look at all that support at 69 cents. Usually it's like a buyout price or merger price or something like that. INSG. OHGI. Yeah, good call, Abby. TENX. Oh, I get it. Yeah, I mean the main ones, the main cheap stocks that I'm watching are NVFY. It has a lot of volume. TEUM. I mean, even though it came down a lot, it still has a lot of volume. HTGM. It's at 224 now. SCON. It's at 125. Small gap up. IDXG. Small gap up as well. You can see it's at 111. So a lot of these came up on my small gap scanner. APPS as well. I don't want to tell you if it's good to buy, Abby. I don't like, for liability reasons, I don't like telling people to buy a specific stock or to sell a specific stock. PLX, like I said, it kind of looks like it's a buyout or a merger, and so all of this is just my opinion, but kind of looks like a buyout or a merger. I to be honest, I can't really tell with this one. It gapped up to 75 cents, came back down. Let me look up the news on it. It's just very strange that it keeps getting that exact support line at 69 cents. So I'm going to look it up really quick. Okay, so the news on PLX is early Wednesday, the European Commission has granted an orphan drug designation for something I can't pronounce, or PRX102 for the treatment of Fabry disease. Shares climbed more than 6% in pre-market. This decision confirms an opinion which was expressed by the European Medical Agency's Committee for Orphan Medical Products, with the company announced November 13th, according to the statement. So yeah, it's not a merger or anything. It's good news, and it gave up a lot of that big push. So we'll see. It sounds like good news, but who knows, you know? Let's see, LTBR. LTBR is interesting, and it's a cheap stock. I mean, it's sitting right at that pre-market high now at 125. Yeah, that's usually just pumps, Maheen. This usually people who work for the company. I can't say for certain. Look at LTBR here. It's up to 128. But just people pumping up stocks because they own shares is what it sounds like a lot of times, especially if there's no catalyst, like a good news story. NHID. NHID's gapping up. It's at around 39.40 cents right now, so it's gapping up some. True, that's possible as well, Maheen. SLNO is gapping up some, but it gave up most of it. So let's see. What's up, Isaiah? AUY. I mean, it looks like a higher float stock, so it's ultimately going to take more to make it move. Yesterday, it only moved 15 cents throughout the entire day. And so, it's going to be kind of, I mean, unless you're using a really huge share size with AUY, it's going to be kind of tough to get some gains, in my opinion. And like I said, I'm not an investment professional. I'm not liable for anything, but this is just my opinion. But yeah, it only had a 15-cent range yesterday. And so if if I was going to trade it, I would have to use huge sizing just to make a decent profit with it. And so for that reason, I'll probably stay away from it. All right, so FTFT continues its fall down. Let's see if TradeNet added FTFT. They did. Nice. Yeah, no problem, Isaiah. So we got CVRS. It's a stock under $1. I mean, it's gapping up some. It's at 98. Not that much volume, though. I know I went over and watching IZEA as well. It's at 448, sitting right under 450. So I'm going to keep an eye on that one. MARA is gapping up some. VTGN's not doing too much. Yeah, man, look at LTBR after that push. It broke that pre-market high at 125 and then it just ran big. LTBR. So it's a cheap stock as well. Volume increased nicely. Yeah, we'll see what TEUM does. It ran huge yesterday and held most of those gains, and now it's gapping up, a pretty significant amount. I'm just curious to see if it opens up over yesterday's high. So LTBR might test 150 in pre-market. It's at 145 now. So I'm curious about what LTBR does here. All right, guys, I'll be back in 1 minute. Okay, I'm back. All right, so yeah, we'll see if LTBR can test that 150 level again, but that's an obvious level that I'm watching for the open on LTBR. Yeah, it's not tradable on TradeNet, but I can trade it on Ustock, I'm pretty sure. All right, so we've got about 12 minutes left. Let's see if I can find a few other runners, but I think we're pretty good with a pretty decent watch list this morning. Gonna be watching IZEA to see if he can break 450. What's up, guys? I don't know what happened. My OBS just crashed. Weird. At least it came right back up, so that's always good. ZFGN, Juan, you're watching ZFGN. Yeah, it's gapping down a significant amount. We'll see. SRCI, CGNT. Yeah, we'll see. Those aren't, they don't have the most volume, so they're just not my style. But they may run, you never know. DFFN is interesting to me. Small gap, up from 112, up 12 cents. Reached a high of 138, sitting at 124. Very obvious channel forming with a lot of support over 123. And so going to keep an eye on that one. Maheen, I have 2 screens up. And so I usually 10, probably 10 stocks at a time. And really, I mean, I have dual monitors on my desktop that I'm using now, and then I have my Asus laptop that has my scanners and stuff on it to my right. And so, really, I've got, I mean, I have really 1, 2, 3, 4 screens in front of me, but one of them is to manage the chat, 2 of them are to look at charts, and the other one is for my scanners. Yeah, no problem. VTGN. I mean, VTGN is a shipping stock. And I mean, it's moving some. So, I mean, it's going to or not a shipping stock. It is a blockchain Bitcoin related stock, a crypto stock. And so you can see it ran all the way up to 260 or 275 a few weeks ago. But this one's going to do whatever MARA and DPW does most of the time. Like a few weeks ago when DPW and MARA ran and they started to break out, VTGN followed. And they usually followed each other. Like if one pushes up, the other one will push up. I can't guarantee they'll do that, but that's what they did a few weeks ago. So we'll see if they do that again. What do you mean extend the monitors, Abby? Like I just have 2 screens up. One of them has Thinkorswim, and I have 4 charts here and then 6 charts on the other screen. All right, guys, we got 7 minutes. IGC has been moving a lot. So we'll see if IGC gets a second day bounce. That's another one I'm curious about. Had to restart my TradeNet. Keep an eye on LTBR as well. Let's see what it does. I'm gonna look up the news release on LTBR to see why it's pushing up like this. Yeah, nothing's coming up on nothing's coming up on Thinkorswim. I'm gonna have to look it up a different way. Let's see. I'm looking up LTBR now to see why it's pushing up like that. Alright, so they have good news. Merger. So we'll watch LTBR here. It's a good news, a possible merger. In a press release, they said, we expect to sign the joint venture operating agreement before the end of the year. And then formally launch the joint venture company in the first quarter of 2018. So maybe not a merger, but good news for sure. So I'm going to watch LTBR here, see what it does. Good morning, Matt. Good morning, Black Monday. Merry Christmas, man. Happy holidays, bro. UGAZ. GBTC, Marty. Here, let me look it up really quick. No, I know I can play trade stuff like UGAZ, which I think is I think it's an ETF. There's an ETN. So I know I can trade stuff like that. Let's see, GNCA ran yesterday. It's coming down some. Keep an eye on these. FTFT's bouncing up some here. Alright guys, so we have 3 minutes, a little bit less than 3 minutes. A lot of movers this morning. FTFT's trying to make a push back up. It's at 588 now. Had a pretty big washout, but it's rebounding some. Okay, so gonna keep an eye on WATT. Need to control my sizing with this one just because it's a pretty big runner, been moving a lot. So WATT pushing back up to 1683. Tried to break over 17. There it goes. WATT back over 17. Moving really crazy. Huge range. I'm going to be very careful with it. The last time this happened, I took the biggest loss I've taken in a long time because I used 50 shares with this. And so every little tick like this, it was a $50 loss or gain. So I need to be careful. Use small sizing with WATT if I do trade it. HTGM. And BFY. Wait, I have HTGM here. What did I have up here previously? Let me check my watch list. Oh, TEUM. LTBR is another one I'm watching. Okay. And I don't know if I added my watch list to the chat. I'm going to go ahead and do that now. I kind of like FH and TEUM. We'll see what they do. I'm going to just react to what they do at the open. I don't want to make predictions about them now. All right, market's about to open, guys. FH looks interesting. All right, good luck, guys. Market's opening up right now. Good morning, Kevin. What's up, man? All right, so I'm keeping an eye on DPW. It's pushing up some IZEA. TEUM's coming down some. I'm going to look for a possible washout long with these to see if they rebound and come up. We'll see though. Keeping an eye on LTBR. Big drop on HTGM. IPWR. Watching TEUM here. Alright, so I'm in TEUM with 50 shares. It's up to 309, 310. Gonna give it a little bit of time, but I don't like that drop necessarily. Up to 308. 309 again. Back up to 309. Alright, so it tried to make a push here. It's struggling, guys. IPWR is trying up to 190. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get out here if I can. There we go. Yeah, I'm out for a 50-cent loss. I just didn't trust it, so a tiny loss. It kept getting rejected here, and it could run, and I can always jump back in, but you know, with a washout long like this, I want to see it follow through. It's struggling right here to get over that previous level, and so I don't trust it as much. LTBR is pushing up. And WAT's coming down a lot. Let's see, look at LTBR. I'm watching IPWR as well. There goes TEUM. LMFA. Wow, I missed LMFA. Trying to get over 2, LMFA. Look at LTBRs pushing 2. Yeah, there goes TEUM. I just didn't like how it was working there. Just didn't look strong enough right there. Look at LTBR, guys. Up to 145. Watching it over 150 for sure. Black Monday, man. Calm down. Don't say it over and over and over again, bro. Come on, man. Clown up the chat, dude. Alright, so watching IPW here for a little range breakout. There it goes. IPWR. Or LTBR, I'm sorry. Look for a 1-minute pullback here. LTBR had really good news. And so I'm going to wait for a little pullback. You're good, man. You're good, bro. DRIO. Look at DRIO running here. DRIO. NPTN, SRRA. SRRA is running, SRRA. LMFA looks like it's washing. Right, so there's the 1-minute pullback here. See if it can really hold over this level. On LTBR. Alright, there goes TEUM. Looks like a good short, honestly. Missed LTBR paying attention to TEUM. It would have been a beautiful trade too. Bummer. Alright, so I'm in TEUM again, going short. Gonna try to be patient with this one. Bummed out I missed this LTBR trade paying attention to TEUM. TEUM got up to 192 or 292. 293. Gonna try to give it a little bit of time to work with me. If it breaks over 3, I'm out on TEUM. Try to short it here. Let's see if we can head back down, test that low. It's up to 292, down to 291. SRRA is running, guys. SRRA. Up to 392. Very small gap. There's a nice drop on TEUM. See if we can keep heading down. Went down to 283. Looks like it's going to test that low again. Nice. TEUM's down to 283. Let's see if we can break under that low at 280. Trying, it's at 283, down to 282. Back down to 282. Trying to give TEUM a little bit of time here. I don't want it to hold support here though. If it holds support, I might bail out. Back up to 287, 285. Back up to 287. Trying to give it a little bit of time here. It looked weak, but it's up to 288 now, 289. $290 again. Watching that 294 level. If it breaks over that, I'll probably get out. SRRA starting to try to continue to push up. It's at 396. LTBR just couldn't break over that 169 area. Alright, I'm out of TEUM. It broke over that previous high. So that's a reversal pattern. So I got out. Not down too much today. Let me see. I am down $13, which is okay. The last few days have been profitable. SRRA is running up. SRRA is not tradable. FT looks like a good short. Let's see. I've been paying attention too much to those other ones. LMFA, trying, OTIV. Yeah, OTIV ran nicely. Watching OTIV for a possible push up here. I think an FT may be a good short here. LFIN. CFMS. CFMS is pushing NSU. AGTC. YUME. YUME's on a bit on a slow grind up all morning. There goes YUME. But yeah, I'm kind of bummed out that I didn't have another green day today on TradeNet. But I have to understand that every day is not going to be a green day. And if other traders are pretending like every day's green, then they are straight up lying, you know. So I'm not going to force trades trying to win back my losses on TradeNet. I'm only going to get into it if I like the pattern. So going to be patient here. Going to see if OTIV can bounce back. CERC maybe. CERC is testing that pre-market high right now. Let's see if it gets over it on CERC. It's up to 370. Nice volume spike. Doesn't have that much volume though, but we'll see. Sun W, SUNW. Look at SUNW, guys. Sun W. It's up to 119. Had a beautiful flag pattern here. Alright, so there goes CERC. I'm jumping in with 50 shares here. It broke the pre-market high. That's up to 375. We'll see if the volume picks up here. Very obvious risk level at 370. SUNW's at 120. CERC's down to 371. If it breaks under 370, I'm going to jump out. JRJC. JRJC's pushing up here with some volume. Breaking over $3, JRJC. At 305 now, or at $3 with a high of 305. See, TEUM looks like a good short here as well. Probably should have just held it through, but man, gonna wait for it to break under the low if I do decide to get in on TEUM again. RMGN. RMGN isn't moving that much. Alright, look at LTBR, guys. LTBR is back up over the high of day. I'm going to get out here on CERC. Just not moving as fast as I want it to, so I can focus on LTBR for a $1 loss on CERC. Here's a wash on LTBR. Alright, I'm watching TEUM this time to see if it can break under that previous low at 280. If it can do that, I might jump in it. LFIN. Ah, there it goes. Alright, so I'm short on TEUM after this drop. So my trade idea the whole time was right. That's frustrating. Barely exited out. I said I was going to get out at 294. It went up to 295 and then dropped. LTBR's trying to get over that high of day. It's just struggling here. And there's a bounce on TEUM. Gotta let it flag a little bit. Set a comfortable stop if it breaks over that 280 level. Let's see if it follows through with this pattern. SLNO. Yeah, LSNO starting to come down, but it pushed up nicely. Let's see if it holds over 2. All right, so LTBR finally got over the high of the day. Trying to give TEUM time to work with me. I may be forcing it. I'm just frustrated because I decided to get out at 394 and it went up to 395 or 396. So 2 cents over where my plan was. So maybe I should give myself a little bit more cushion next time. LTBR still pushing up at 183 now. 185 LTBR. I think it's going to go for 2. May jump in here. Try to manage these 2 trades. All right, I'm in with 50 shares on LTBR. See if it goes for 2. Set a stop at 173. Alright, so I'm in both of these trades at the same time. Gonna see if TEUM can finally follow through here. LTBR is up to 191. Gonna let it try to test 2. Up to 195. There we go. Nice. Like I said, I'm going to try to let it test 2. Alright guys, I don't know if it's back yet. Let me see. I don't know what's going on with my internet. I guess I'm back connected, but super sketchy and frustrating. Scary, really. There's the pullback on LTBR. Frustrating, went up to 196. I'm going to give it a little bit of time, like I said. See if I can let it work for me. I think it's going to try 2 again. Trying to give TEUM a little bit of time here to work with me. LTBR is trying to push back up here. Beautiful with this one, up to 199. Let's see if we can get over. Beautiful, 155. I'm gonna go ahead and get out here. What? What? Oh, profit on the day. Okay. I was about to panic. Okay, so yeah, that was an 850 gain on TEUM. I'll take it. Trying to give LTBR a little bit of time to work with me. Struggling though. To 193. Here we go, 198 again, 199. Let's see if we can break it. $2. There we go, 204. I'm gonna go ahead and get out here for a 750 profit. 775 profit, so about an $8 profit on that one. I had an 850 gain on TEUM, and so that brings me back green on the day, guys. So that's awesome. Was able to have 2 profitable trades in a row, and I was maintaining them simultaneously. So definitely happy with those 2 trades. Got out of LTBR right in time, it looks like. I was waiting for that drop. Same thing with TEUM. I got out at about 255. And so, yeah, another green day for me. I'm happy with it. I'll take it. Yeah, I need to just have a little bit more patience, because if I would have I would have been up a lot more if I would have just held it through this. My trade idea was correct on TEUM, and you know, I just got kind of spooked out of it. You're still holding which one, farts? You're still holding LTBR? LTBR had good news, man. It was a good news release, I believe. So decent news story. A real catalyst. What's up, Andre? Yeah, so I'll take those 2 wins, you know. Bring me back green on the day. I'm still red technically on TradeNet, but not by much. I might be down $4 or $5 on TradeNet, but in the grand scheme of things, I'm green on the day with both of my accounts, and so I'm happy with it. Man, it's stressful holding 2 trades at once, holding 2 different positions at once. Appreciate it, X Factor. Nice job, bro. Almost the exact same trade as me. I think I got in maybe a little bit earlier than you, but nice trade, man. Yeah, my internet went out for a split second. I was starting to get nervous, but when I started it back up, both of my positions were going in the right way. So, got to talk to Comcast about that. That's a little scary. All right, so let's see. We got TWNK. No, not doing much. OTIV. OTIV still trying here. LMFA. MTNB. RMGN starting to push up, guys. RMGN. It's at 102 now. Just broke over $1 on RMGN. Just broke back under dollars at 96 cents now. DEST maybe. DEST slowly grinding up. We'll see what it does here. XXII PQ. XXII maybe, if it can push back over that high of the day. Alright, so XXII just broke the high of the day at 273. RMGN is back up over $1. It's at 102 now. It just dropped back down to $1 even. Looks like I got out of TEUM at the right time because it reversed hard once it hit that 250 area. SNGX. Not doing too much. WWR. WWR here, guys. Check out WWR. It's slowly grinding up. It's at 114 now. RMGN went up to 104 but came right back down. RMGN's at 107. High of the day's at 110. WWR's at 114. I don't want to tell you to do any specific trade, Aiden. You know, it's hard to tell. If it was me trading, you know, it's hard to tell. This thing could reverse. You know, I'm waiting to watch that 280 level to see what it does there. DEST. Man, I looked at DEST, it had no volume, and then I come back and now the volume pushes up nicely. So DEST starting to run. See, look, and I'm starting to get the hang of shorts. Like I called out earlier, I thought FT was a good short at 530. It's down to 510. I called it out right here. I thought it was a good short. And didn't get too much higher than that. Went to 542 and then ended up washing out. So the key level here is 5. We'll see what it does at $5. RSYS. RSYS is starting to run a little bit. Alright, so yeah, LTBR starting to push back up after 195. It consolidated some. Obvious risk level is that 183 point. LTBR pushing back up. It's at 198 now, 199. Try to make that $2 break again. At $2 now. Got up to 202. There it goes. LTBR trying to push up, break that 207 high of the day. Also, another one to pay attention to here is SCON. It's creeping up right around that high of the day at 130, that high of pre-market. Drop down some to 126. No, who's Nathan Miller? Andre, I've never heard of him. Alright, so LTBR at 202, at 203 now. Let's see if it breaks that high of the day up to 204, 205, 206. Pushing up. Came back down to 204. It's getting right around that high of the day, guys. Alright, so there goes SCON pushing up to 130 again. It came back down to 127. We'll see if SCON can break that 130 high of the day. Yeah, I've never heard of him, Andre. Alright, so SCON is at 290 now. LTBR dropped under 2. Bounced right back. It's at $2 even now. WWR came all the way down to 110. Although it doesn't have a huge range, even for a $1 stock. Alright, so SCON's at 130 even now, guys. Let's watch for the break, see if some volume increases on SCON. Look at that huge drop on WWR. Okay, so SCON just broke the high of the day. It came right back down, though, so it's at 131 now. But look at that drop on WWR. That's a crazy drop. Even if it's just a 10 cents or so. Just a crazy drop relative to the range of the stock. Alright, so TEUM's coming all the way back down again. It's at 257. SCON got rejected at that pre-market high. We'll see if it pushes back over. Doesn't have that much volume, but it does have a decent amount relative to what it's used to doing. Alright, and WWR came all the way back up. It's at 110 now. LTBR at 205. Back down to 203. It needs to break 205 here. At 203 on LTBR. Back down to 199 on LTBR. Alright, so SCON's back up to 130. DEST. Yeah, DEST's pushing up. It's at 327 now. Alright, so SCON is at 131, a little bit over 131. It's at 132 now. Broke the high of the day on SCON. Let's see if it follows through with some volume on SCON. LTBR sitting just over 2 at 202. Alright, so SCON's at 134 now. Came back down to 132. Up to 135, 136 on SCON. Nice pre-market high break there. Up to 137 at its highs now, SCON. IPWR. Yeah, IPWR just had a washout long. It washed out and then pushed up and broke that 190 high. EXI. Yeah, EXXI is pushing up to 615. Alright, so SCON got up to 138. It's at 136 now. 135. Yeah, IPWR woke up some. Alright, so IPWR got up to 196. Just pushed up to 198. It's at 195 now. IPWR is pushing up to 199. IPWR had that washout long and now it's running with a big volume spike. Yeah, man, that'll happen, Alejandro. Really frustrating. Yesterday they labeled FTFT the same thing. Like, U-Stock labeled FTFT yesterday, limited liquidity, right here. They labeled it limited liquidity when it had the most volume possible. They labeled it that, and so kind of weird in my opinion. IPWR is up to 205. Pushing up nicely. SCON's back up to over the high of the day. It reached 139. Nice volume spike on SCON. And IPWR is pushing up. It's at 204. Yeah, it's sketchy, Alejandro. That's all I could say about it. It's just frustrating. SCON's up to 142. Yeah, the weird thing is when it's at the height of its volume, it's all of a sudden labeled limited liquidity. Like, for some reason the liquidity isn't good when it's at the height of its, push, which is just weird to me, We'll see if SCON can test that 150 level. It's at 142 now. We'll see if IPWR can hold over $2. LTBR is coming back down. It's down to 188. I'm going to watch it to see if it can hold over that 182 previous support level. Alright, so IPWR went up to 203, came back to 2. SCON is at 140 now, or 139. We'll see if it has a little 1 minute pullback on IPWR here. Same thing with SCON. We'll see if they have 1 minute pullback setups here. Yep. IPWR up to 207. And SCON's testing that high of the day again, 208 on IPWR, 211, 215. IPWR is waking up, 217. CLSN. I mean, I wouldn't call it active. I mean, it had a volume spike here, but aside from that, I mean, the volume's at less than 5,000 shares traded per minute, and so that's not really a very high volume. You know, like relative to IPWR, which had 156,000 in the last minute. So, or maybe the last minute was 66,000. The minute before that was 150,000. So, this one needs more volume if I'm going to consider it. Right. Well, Cody, it's a peer-to-peer platform. From what I understand, yeah. So instead of buying and selling from the market, you're buying and selling from other traders. But the weird thing is that, you know, a lot of times there'll be stocks that they'll have a big runner, and that, you know, there'll be stocks like everybody is watching, like IPWR a few weeks ago and FTFT yesterday. Like, these are stocks that everybody is watching. You know, it would make sense that if everybody's watching it, most people are probably trading it on U stock. So for them to label those limited liquidity, you know, that's a little sketchy in my opinion. You know, like the highest volume stocks, even if I'm buying and selling from other people on U stock, the highest volume stocks should have the most liquidity on U stock because that's what the most people are buying and selling. You know, and so when they limit a big running stock that's about to break over a serious resistance level like SCON at 130 or FTFT after a huge volume spike, you know, it seems like they don't want you to trade stocks that, you know, you could end up profiting a decent amount of money with. At least in my opinion. I can't say for certain, you know, but that's just what it seems like to me. And I could be wrong, and I'm just speculating, honestly. And I like U stock. Don't get me wrong. Like, I enjoy trading on U stock. It doesn't affect me enough for me to not want to trade on there, just because it's really cheap $1 commissions, and most of the time everything's fine. Like, everything I tried to trade today on U stock was fine, and I was able to get in and out with decent fills and you know, make my little money from it. But when it does happen, it can be frustrating. DEST. Yeah, DEST's on a slow grind, but decent, okay volume, not the best volume, honestly, but it's slowly grinding up. IPWR is at 125 or 225 now. $226 IPWR. This is one of those big runners that just wakes up at the end of that, a little bit later on in the day. Look at this move, 230. $233 on IPWR. This thing's running big, guys, on IPWR. It's up to 232, 234 now. Yeah, IPWR isn't tradable on TradeNet. I'm probably not going to get in it now. I'm a little bit late. It's up to 242 at its high of the day, sitting at 236 now. We'll watch it over this 250 level. Cindy, I trade on Robinhood sometimes. Like, sometimes I'll do a power hour stream where I look for swing trades on Robinhood, but Robinhood is usually kind of designated for my swing trades. It's usually just what I swing trade with. I didn't do a stream yesterday, but one of my swing trades was CCCR. And to be honest, I forgot about this one completely. I sold it about probably like 30 minutes ago at about 165. Let me see. It was in the 160s. It was after this big drop. I can remember being frustrated about it, but I made a little bit on my Robinhood account with it. I got in at like 154 or something like that. But yeah, look at IPWR, guys, up to 272. Crazy move. Nice, Andre. Good job, bro. But yeah, IPWR is running crazy. It's up about $1 now. It's up an entire dollar in the last, what, 15, 20 minutes? Yeah, I'm sure I'm pretty confident it's going to get halted as well, Andre. Just looks like it's going to get halted, especially with a crazy move like this. Nice job, Farts. Awesome trade, bro. And I mean, I know somebody brought up CLSN earlier, but CLSN is slowly creeping up towards that high of the day at 270. We'll see if it gets a volume spike there. It's at 269. But man, look at IPWR. There's a drop on IPWR down to the 250s. We'll see if it holds support there. Yeah, LTBR ended up washing. So my entry, I got out at like 204, so looks like it was a good exit. Maybe 202, can't remember. Let me look, Cody. There might be. I'm sure there is. Okay, so no, there is no news. It said it spiked 33% higher over the last minute, continuing to rebound from Friday low. The stock is up 94% since Friday morning. Not seeing any news to justify price action Wednesday. Stock is viewed as a possible blockchain play. So a possible crypto hype getting behind it. I think this run may be over though. I can't say for certain, but it just dropped under that 250 level. Most likely, Grant, is my opinion. Most likely. Alright, so DEST's back up to 340. 345. DEST testing the high of the day. Yeah, that's a huge pullback on IPWR. DEST got right up to the high of the day and then just stopped. We'll see if it can push over. Nice one. I'll check it out. DEST at 344. Alright, so IPWR pushed back over 250. We'll see if DEST can push back up. But yeah, guys, I'm probably going to go ahead and close the stream down now. I might go play some Xbox Live. If anybody wants to play Xbox Live, I think I'm going to go play PUBG. Email me at beginnertrading@gmail.com, your gamer tag, and I'll add you if you ever want to play Xbox. I'm taking a few days off from my Amazon business after the holidays, and so I'm going to stay home today and be lazy. But yeah, guys, good luck if you decide to get in anything else. Everybody do me a favor and like this video right now. We appreciate the support, and that does help support us. So if you appreciate this content, click the like button if you haven't already. Make sure you subscribe if you want to see me day trade my small account live live every single morning, every weekday morning. I'm sorry. I'm looking at Isaiah saying Xbox sucks. How dare you? Yeah, I do this every day, every weekday, Cody. Every weekday morning, I go over what's moving in pre-market and then day trade. So yeah, hit the subscribe button, guys. Click the like button to support us, and good luck in the rest of the day, guys. I'll see you guys later.